I'm Cynthia, and I'm talking about fantasy relationships that never go anywhere. Before I get into it, I'd like to tell you about my friend and colleague, astrologer Patricia, who can help you dig to the depths of that shadow side by casting an accurate chart and telling you where your natal houses and planets lie and the issues that the transiting planets bring up in your life at certain times that seem very challenging to where you're never going to get through them. She can help you unblock those and move forward to become the person that you were meant to be. And speaking of becoming that person, it isn't going to happen if you are stuck in the realm of fantasy and illusion. Fantasy relationships are born from loneliness and unfulfillment, childhood neglect, rejection from a parent or both parents. Fantasy relationships are created through that void that is within, that cannot be filled. Why would anybody grovel for love? Why would anybody grovel to someone who is blocking them? Why would anyone sleep with someone who has no intention of building a life together? Why do people want to be with someone who is mean-spirited, who completely thrashes their manhood or their womanhood? If you find that you have been hanging on in hope for someone to come around because you see this higher side that they have, and you have visualized this beautiful companion, this beautiful relationship, you have created an illusion, a fantasy, basically a hologram that is very real to you, but it is not reality. Most of the contact that I get is from people who are asking me why a relationship is not coming together, why they are in no contact from someone they met on the internet who they have completely fallen in love with, and in many cases they believe is their soulmate, their divine partner in life. This is something that is so heartbreaking to me because I can never seem to get to the bottom of it in most cases. And I have met people who have hung on for years believing that someone is going to change. You have to look within on a realistic level at what you haven't had in your life and why a fantasy is filling a void and preventing you from living real life. Because at the end of the day, you are always faced with yourself and the issues that you haven't addressed in the past that have created the space you are in at this time with your personal relationships. I remember a time when there wasn't so much judgment towards single men and women. And people were looking for partnerships. They were not looking to hook up. They really did want to get married. And those who were married, if they had friends and family, and they thought there was a possibility that people could meet and hit it off, and a couple could be created from it, they would hold gatherings and events so that this opportunity was there. We are living in a horrid, hateful society. There is such a struggle between good and evil. And people are very closed down and protective of their own space and their own social circles. So many single people are suffering, and they have turned to fantasy and illusion. And this is affecting their mental health. And it really is in all age groups. I invite you to begin now to realistically look at life, to look at the community that you are living in, and how you can personally make it better and be a part of it. The only way that you will ever have a real relationship is to become involved in real life. To take that chance to meet others, to look them in the eye instead of scoping all of the possibilities around you, to really listen to what another individual is saying, because quality time is the only thing that is going to create a quality life. I wish you much love and many blessings.